Can smartwatches detect heart problems? Exploring the impact of smartwatches on heart health. In today's fast-paced world, smartwatches have become an integral part of our lives. They assist us in managing our schedules, tracking our locations, and monitoring our physical activities. However, the question arises, can these nifty devices also play a role in safeguarding our heart health? Surprisingly, the answer is yes. In this article, we will delve into the ways in which smartwatches contribute to heart health, examining their functionalities and their limitations. Understanding smartwatch heart health monitoring. Recent advancements in technology have enabled smartwatches to monitor various aspects of our heart health. According to Pew Research Center, a significant number of Americans, 1 in 5, now use smartwatches or wearable fitness trackers. While most smartwatches track basic metrics like heart rate, newer models incorporate advanced features such as ECG, electrocardiogram, and blood pressure monitoring. But how do these smartwatches perform their heart health monitoring magic? The science behind smartwatch heart monitoring. Smartwatches rely on a technology called photoplethysmography, PPG, to monitor heart-related metrics. This technology involves special LED lights and sensors that measure changes in blood flow with each heartbeat. By tracking these changes, smartwatches can calculate your heart rate, which is expressed as the number of beats per minute. Researchers are even working on adapting PPG technology to measure blood pressure, potentially making these devices even more versatile. Normally, the heart contracts rhythmically, with consistent intervals between each beat. However, conditions like atrial fibrillation disrupt this rhythm, leading to irregular heartbeats. Atrial fibrillation is concerning because it's associated with the formation of dangerous blood clots. Some smartwatches are equipped with algorithms that use PPG technology to detect atrial fibrillation, providing users with valuable information about their heart rhythm. Can smartwatches detect heart problems? While smartwatches offer heart-related insights, their capabilities are not all-encompassing. The type of information a smartwatch can provide depends on its model. Here are some of the heart-related metrics that smartwatches can monitor. Heart rate detection. This includes calculating your heart rate, if it falls within the range of 30 to 210 beats per minute, measuring heart rate variability, changes in the time between each heartbeat, and alerting you to abnormally high or low heart rates. Atrial fibrillation detection. Some smartwatches are FDA cleared to detect atrial fibrillation, using a combination of PPG and single-lead ECG technology. Blood pressure detection. Certain smartwatches come with an inflatable cuff or use PPG technology to measure blood pressure. Blood oxygen level. This metric provides insights into how effectively your heart circulates blood to your lungs and throughout your body. It's important to note that smartwatches cannot detect severe heart conditions like heart attacks, heart failure, or strokes. If you experience symptoms such as chest pain, shortness of breath, or palpitations, it's essential to consult your healthcare provider, rather than relying solely on a wearable device for a diagnosis. A closer look at atrial fibrillation detection. Smartwatches vary in their ability to detect atrial fibrillation. Some models, like the Cardia and Apple Watches, have demonstrated fairly accurate results in detecting atrial fibrillation. For instance, one study found that Apple Watch notifications for atrial fibrillation matched with medical-grade heart monitor readings 84% of the time. Fitbit devices, in another study, correctly identified atrial fibrillation episodes over 98% of the time. But does this detection actually matter for your overall health? Some evidence suggests that smartwatch atrial fibrillation detection could lead to cost savings in healthcare. A simulated study of 30 million people over 65 years old found that wrist-worn devices were more cost-effective than traditional methods of atrial fibrillation detection, such as 12-lead ECGs and pulse measurements. However, it's worth noting that smartwatch-based atrial fibrillation detection was associated with a reduction in stroke incidence and an increase in bleeding events due to the use of blood-thinning medications. Technology in this field is advancing rapidly. For example, the Cardia model CardiaBand is no longer available, but Fitbit has recently entered the market with new atrial fibrillation detection technology in their smartwatches. Smartwatches and blood pressure monitoring. Monitoring blood pressure through smartwatches is still a work in progress. The Omron Heart Guide is currently the only smartwatch FDA cleared for blood pressure monitoring. It utilizes an inflatable cuff within the watch band, similar to the cuffs used in medical offices. Other smartwatch manufacturers are exploring the use of photoplethysmography (PPG) technology, which is already employed for heart rate measurements, to monitor blood pressure more comfortably and conveniently. Companies like Valencell and Fitbit are working on validating this technology, although it's not yet fully ready for widespread use. For the most accurate blood pressure measurements, traditional automatic arm cuffs, whether used at home or in a healthcare provider's office, remain the preferred choice. Choosing the right smartwatch for heart health. With numerous smartwatches offering heart-related features, selecting the right one can be a personal decision. Consider your specific needs, budget, convenience, additional features, and aesthetic preferences when making your choice. However, it's crucial to emphasize that no smartwatch can replace regular monitoring and checkups with your healthcare team. Here are some smartwatch brands and their models that include heart-related functions. Apple offers heart rate detection, atrial fibrillation detection, and blood oxygen level monitoring. Fitbit provides heart rate detection, atrial fibrillation detection, and blood oxygen level monitoring. Samsung features heart rate detection, atrial fibrillation detection, and blood oxygen level monitoring. Google includes heart rate detection and atrial fibrillation detection. Omron offers heart rate detection and blood pressure monitoring. Garmin provides heart rate detection and blood oxygen level monitoring. Withings includes heart rate detection. Limitations of smartwatches for heart health. Smartwatches, while valuable, have their limitations when it comes to monitoring heart conditions. They are not a substitute for professional medical advice or for the comprehensive 12-lead electrocardiograms conducted in healthcare providers' offices. Some of the key limitations include: artifact. Smartwatches may occasionally produce inaccurate readings due to noise in the signals they detect, leading to false alarms and unnecessary anxiety. Reduced accuracy for darker skin tones. Recent research suggests that the light-based detection methods used by smartwatches may be less effective in individuals with darker skin tones. Privacy and security concerns. Storing sensitive health information on smartwatches can pose privacy risks. It's important to take steps to protect your health data when using these devices. Unclear role in healthcare. The extent to which the information gathered by smartwatches can improve healthcare outcomes is still uncertain. Ongoing studies aim to determine how best to utilize this data for the benefit of users. Can a smartwatch save your life? While smartwatches are not equipped to detect serious heart issues such as heart attacks or strokes, they can still play a life-saving role in some situations. Many documented cases highlight the usefulness of smartwatches, especially due to their fall detection and SOS calling features. These features can automatically alert emergency personnel in the event of a sudden fall or accident. Furthermore, there are instances where individuals sought medical care based on information provided by their smartwatches. However, it's essential to remember that smartwatches have limitations in detecting complex heart problems. They should complement, not replace, regular medical checkups, a healthy diet, and an active lifestyle to reduce the risk of heart disease. Is a smartwatch investment right for your heart health? The decision to invest in a smartwatch for heart health depends on various factors. Your symptoms. If you are symptom-free and in good health, carefully consider whether a smartwatch is necessary. The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force advises against ECG monitoring for asymptomatic adults, as it can lead to unnecessary testing and anxiety. Your heart history. If you have never experienced heart issues, the likelihood of a smartwatch detecting a problem is low. Age. Younger individuals generally have a lower risk of heart problems. For example, a study on atrial fibrillation detection with smartwatches found that irregular heartbeat notifications occurred in less than 1% of people under 55 years old. Cost. Smartwatches can be expensive, with prices ranging from $200 to $500 or more. If your primary goal is to improve heart health, investing in a gym membership or healthier food choices may be a more practical use of your money. When might a cardiologist recommend a smartwatch? In most cases, cardiologists do not consider smartwatches as clinical-grade tools for diagnosing heart problems. However, there can be exceptions. If you have atrial fibrillation, a smartwatch may be valuable for monitoring the frequency and heart rate during atrial fibrillation episodes. This information could assist you and your healthcare provider in managing your medication regimen. If you are considering using a smartwatch for heart monitoring, consult your healthcare provider. Additionally, establish a plan for sharing the data collected by your smartwatch with your healthcare team, as continuous monitoring by professionals is not possible. The bottom line: smartwatches have made significant strides in monitoring heart health, but their capabilities remain limited. They cannot detect life-threatening conditions like heart attacks, heart failure, or strokes. Therefore, while smartwatches can be a valuable tool for tracking certain heart-related metrics, they are not a substitute for professional medical care. If you are considering investing in a smartwatch for heart health, it is essential to discuss your goals with your healthcare provider before making a purchase. Ultimately, a smartwatch should complement, rather than replace, traditional healthcare practices to ensure your heart stays healthy and happy.
Thank you for tuning in to HealthBeat Now, where we empower you to live your best life. Remember, your health is your most valuable asset, and together, we'll unlock the secrets to optimal well-being. Stay tuned for our next episode, because at HealthBeat Now, the pursuit of well-being never stops.